Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you Nichols Words. And today from Rugged Cross Leathers, we have the In Touch text block with the highly sought after French milled paper and all that non-ghostiness that everyone seems to love with some of that older paper that you can't get anymore. And this is Badalassi Carlo Nemesis. Check this thing out. There's all kinds of unique features in this. And Rugged Cross is a brand new rebinder, but you would not know it by his work. Check out that tool work. Check out that thread work and that perimeter stitching. And check out this excellent yap work. Measurements are one of the hardest things to get. Now, this is a solid semi-yap, and you can see there's probably about maybe a 1/4 inch gap there, about a 1/4 inch gap there, and you have about a 1/4 inch gap there. To get that perfect all the way around is no easy task. Now, let's take a look at his spine work. That's another important aspect of a rebind. And his spine work, to be so new, this is his 24th rebind. And this spine work, look at those raised hubs, just beautifully done. I love how he took the big, thick tool lines there to really make those hubs stand out and to antique that leather. Really nicely embossed. Check out the stamp work on here. I mean, you can't hardly get any more straight and centered than that. That is pretty beautiful work, especially for someone who is so new. I cannot wait to see where this guy is a year from now. Mike Hardin absolutely killed this rebind. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the liner. The liner he chose to use is a calfskin matte. It's kind of got a felty kind of feel to it. And this is only his 3rd perimeter gold line. And check that out. It's already really nice work. Those corners look really good. The pleat work is really nice, and to be so new at this, it's just pretty amazing. He also provides stickers and a couple bookmarks that he uses with leftover material, so that's pretty slick. His edge lining, look at that. Really sharp. He chose to do a curved edge line here. You'll see that on some of your thicker Bibles. Let's also take a look at the thing that you're wanting to see. This is a hardback at one time. And what he did is he rounded off those corners by sanding them. And then he added this, check it out, speckled gilding ink dye. Just beautifully done. So, I mean, this guy is brand new. This is ridiculous. So now let's go ahead and check to see how this thing lays. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 1, and we're going to see if this bad boy can lay flat. To train a rebind, you just gently push that down every signature or so. You do not just go wailing on this thing from the middle. But here we are at the forward, and you can see we're pretty much relatively laying flat. That's going to hang up there a little bit, but for a Bible this thick in a rebind with that edge lining, this is pretty remarkable to be laying flat right at the beginning of Genesis. Now let's take a look at the text itself. We're in the poetic settings, and this is kind of what it looks like. Really wide open space. We've got a really generous margin at the side, at the top, and at the bottom, and a decent margin in the middle. And as this breaks in, you're going to see that margin grow even more, so you're going to have note space all the way around. But what really makes this text block special is the paper. The paper is French milled. The opacity is absolutely ridiculous. I am going to guess this paper. I have no idea what the GSM of this paper is, but I'm going to guess it somewhere around a 30-32 GSM. And you look in the poetic settings where the ghosting is the worst, and you can hardly see any. Sometimes ghosting is magnified on camera, but let me reassure you, this paper is phenomenal. So now let's go get into some regular settings here, like in the New Testament. And you can see that it is line matched, which ultimately doesn't matter because of that opacity of the paper. It's just really beautiful. So not only do you get beautiful work with Rugged Cross, in this one you get a beautiful text block as well. Now this one's already purchased, but he does have another In Touch text block that he can rebind for you if you want to have that done, and you can have it customized however you want. But that overhead view, just absolutely beautiful. Check that out. Just all that. Oh man, this thing is just so well done. Now he does have one corner that he struggled with just a tiny bit, but even that I would consider a good corner for a Bible with some yap on it. But the gilt lines, everything, just phenomenal. He did a great job on this thing. And then once you get toward the end of the text block, you have your concordance and your maps. I would actually love to have me one of these In Touch text blocks because they're just absolutely stunning. Sewn binding, everything you'd look for. And one little thing that he does is he puts his name there, the date that the rebind was done, and then this is rebind number 24. So I recommend going with this guy, and I recommend going with him quickly. Number one, while his prices are affordable and while you can get an early number because, hey, it's going to maybe have some collectible value because this dude is here to stay. He is going to be among the top in the near future. He is already really good right now. So God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nicholsworth.